Part 2 of the Mzintlava Pass covers the section from the 5th to the 10th kilometer. If you intend driving this pass, it's important to watch Part 1 first, which includes the orientation animations and flyover, as well as important information on safety, history and tourism matters. For the next 4 kilometers, you'll be traversing one of the most beautiful sections of this pass, which is through the Tabankulu Forest Reserve. Most of the section is fairly level and remains on the 1200-meter contour line. Going back to the year 1829, the area was annexed to the Cape, and in 1833 amendments were made to its border, sparking off the Frontier War of 1834 and 1835. On the 21st of December 1834, the Xhosa attacked the eastern regions of the Cape and swept virtually unchecked across the districts of Victoria and Albany, reaching the Sundays River near Uitenhage and Port Elizabeth. The Xhosa were, however, not interested in the reoccupation of their former territories so much as the return of the captured cattle to their lands over the Keiskamma River. Consequently, in January 1835, they began to fall back with the British on their heels. On the 31st of March 1835, the British invaded Xhosa territory east of the Keiskamma River, and on the 10th of May, Governor de Urban extended the colonial boundaries to the Great Kai River. On the 16th of June, this area was proclaimed the province of Queen Adelaide. The two parties concluded peace treaties on the 17th of September, where the 3 main tribes were allotted specific territories within the province. They still gave over the greater part of their lands to the Cape Colony for European occupation. This included a strip of Tabankulu land east of the Great Kai River, around Kai Drift and Butterworth. The Colonial Office in London did not support these developments, and on the 5th of December 1836, the proclamation of the province, as well as all treaties arising from it, were declared null and void, and the eastern frontier was returned to the Keiskamma River. Following the Frontier War from 1846 to 1848, better known as the War of the Axe, the ceded territory was proclaimed the Division of Victoria on the 23rd of December 1847, and on the same day the proclamation of British Kaffraria pushed the Cape Xhosa boundary line to the Great Kai River, thereby returning it to its position in 1836. This was extended again in 1848 by the annexation of additional territory between the White Kai and the Black Kai rivers, later to become the Division of Queenstown. In December 1850, the Ama and Grika rose in revolt. They were defeated in 1853, and a complex reallocation of lands with friendly groups being allocated land in British Kaffraria, while rebel clans were banished east of the Kai River, was initiated. European settlement of this region was stepped up in 1857 with the arrival of German and British groups. In 1857, the so-called cattle killing led to the starvation and ultimate death of some 70,000 Xhosa people. In a brief period of 6 months, their numbers were reduced from 105,000 to just 37,200 people. This effectively brought the armed resistance to European colonialism in the Eastern Cape to an end. Barring a brief revolt in 1877 and 1878, when the Amagdaleka turned upon their Ama-Umfengu neighbours, the British annexation of lands east of the Kai River was able to proceed unimpeded. In 1866, British Kaffraria was annexed to the Cape Colony. In September 1879, this was followed by Aduchwa Reserve and Umfengu land and Daleka land in 1885. It's assumed that the restructuring of these territories into the divisions of Butterworth, Aduchwa, Kentani, Nkwamakwe, Tsomo and Willowvale dates from these times. While the official annexation of territory was proceeding, the European population of lands north of the Great Kai River was growing rapidly. By the mid-1880s, they numbered nearly 10,000, and in 1882, white farmers were beginning to settle illegally in emigrant Tembuland proper, and parts of the Gatberg district of Griqualand East, later known as the Division of Maclear, which had become depopulated as a result of the Frontier Wars. A long and gentle descent continues through several S-bends, and at the 10.8 kilometer point there's a Y junction near the village of Mfula, where you must make sure that you keep left. Be sure to watch parts 3 through 7 of the beautiful Mzintlava Pass.